do you guys believe in any sort of gods or anything? Any pantheons, anything like that?
No. No. I believe that there may be beings out in the universe that we, like, would, like, maybe out in the universe there's some nigga that can control lightning. You know? His name may not be Zeus, but, like, to the Greeks, that would be a god. But if you're
So it's like how Marvel, how like Thor is just a strong dude.
So motherfuckers like that who can control the elements may exist out in the universe. I don't think there are gods, though. I don't think there are people or beings that, like, I don't believe in Christian God, basically. So the one above all type.
Okay, and what about you?
I believe in Christian God because that's how I was raised. But it's like sometimes I just be like, damn, when we die, you telling me we go either to this good, awesome place or we go to this real bad place. Like, what?
See, so
only two options.
Personally, I'm like right in the middle because I'm agnostic. Because I don't ever like to lean into like full blown like atheism and be like no way, because that's unfair. But I also don't want to be like 100% bro, God's real. If you believe in something else, you're stupid. Like I like to acknowledge that I'm an ignorant human who cannot confirm that and be like, bro, I don't even know. The reason why I bring this up is because I didn't want to offend anybody when I say this. God, power scaling, right? God took 7 days to create the universe,
I think
right?
I know where he's going, and I'm scared I might agree with him.
So God, by proxy, is bound to time, right? He's not like
bound to some sense of time.
He can't break.
He didn't create the sun until the 6th day.
Yeah, he had you know, it took a while.
So how many days? Earth days? Pluto days?
Exactly. So how many anime characters can beat God? We got like probably Goku, probably fast enough. You think? Like.
I didn't think he was
what are we
gonna fucking
thinking?
go here.
Hold on. Gurren Lagann.
Hold on.
What
I'm
they got?
saying,
Gurren
I'm
Lagann?
thinking.
I mean, okay, wait.
I was over here genuinely thinking it was a real fucking question.
We can get back to it. I've been genuinely.
I don't care no more. Fucking do y'all, man.
Wait.
I'm giving y'all a timer on this bitch.
That's fair.
I'm on that.
What the fuck are those small niggas?
It proceeds to say 2 swear words instantly.
I'm sorry.
He didn't even fucking let it die.
Small dudes in Dragon Ball Z who control the universe. I think his name is Zeno or some shit like that.
I know who you're talking about. I don't remember their names though.
Something like that, right? Who like clapped and a whole universe disappeared, and it didn't take that nigga 7 days.
Yeah, exactly.
That's insane.
So, let's see, it's really religious. So I don't want to ever
Offend nobody.
Yeah, I don't ever want to offend Lacey on her religion, because she's like thoroughly 100%. It's no doubt in her mind religious.
Look, all I'm saying is, right? I look at the evidence that I know. I've not read the Bible. I ain't like in it. Right? I'm not a researcher.
I was raised Christian, actually. Yeah.
My family was Christian, but we didn't go to church. We didn't like really read the Bible. So it was Christian just because we say we are mostly. And then I was just like, I kept hearing, because growing up, especially like us growing up, like, some stuff was still taboo. Like I remember growing up still hearing people being like homosexuals or like pedophiles and all this stuff. So I was like, and then as I got older, I was like, there's a whole group of people within Christians that are like, oh, if you're gay, you're gonna go to hell, or all this stuff. And I would like hear about hell and be like, you're telling me I could like steal candy from a baby and have to rot eternally in hell for it? like there was a lot of stuff about different religions that made me just be like, nah, I don't even care anymore.
I just feel like, damn, you have to bring this up like on screen like 4, bro. I just feel like if you're a religion, you gotta stick to your guns. And I get it. Things change, right? So if your view changed as a human, that's fair. That's allowed. But you are not allowed to change the words of a supposed God. So if 1 year ago you were like, bro, homosexuals? Pfft, Satan's going in on their ass right now. And then next year you're like, God forgives all. Okay, you won't absolutely go to hell. Even though we said that 2 years ago, we've changed and we've learned. But no, it's not about you, right? It's about your supposed deity. So you can't. What the fuck are you? I don't know if I saw this from a show or something, but like, did the Pope was like, oh, gays are cool now. Nothing against gays.
Well, so that's the problem with it is I feel like a lot of time people don't actually care about the original text. They just say what other people have told them. Because I don't think there's actually explicitly anything in the Bible that says you can't be gay. I think there's something about not. Like everyone says, like the men shouldn't sleep with other men thing, but I'm pretty sure in the actual thing, it's men shouldn't sleep with boys, being like, don't be a pedophile, right, or something like that. I can't confirm that. Like I said, I haven't read the Bible.
That makes more sense.
And so it's like, but people just like to twist what they hear and then use it to push it on someone else. So I feel like if you are like, you know, I'm cool with gay people, and like you said, like it's not about you, but if
You're
you
dating,
want to have that change of heart, that's great.
That's fine.
It is pretty crazy because you put my little input. It's just like I didn't even think about that. How obviously the Bible is like hardcore. Don't do this, you know.
Don't do that.
Don't against homosexual. Everything, you know what I'm saying? That type of stuff. Then you just got the Pope. He just come out like, "Hey, yo, God said it was cool." Like,
Bro, I texted him last week. He actually said sorry. It's actually
Right.
cool.
Hit me up on Instagram.
So now we just gonna forget about the 30 million fucking people who you like fucking offended the other day.
Yeah.
We're straight now. Like everything's cool. Like what the fuck?
It does. Like when I see like religious people, I do wonder like how well. It's crazy that that's a thing though, right? You have to really wonder when somebody says they're religious, you have to be like, how religious?
Yeah, you can't even be religious no more. You just gotta be like, are you religious? Like you go to church every single Sunday, or you
Yeah.
go to church like once a month? Like you know what I'm saying?
Because I messed with this girl, right, who was apostolic Pentecostal.
Excuse me? That was an anime name.
That was a disease.
Yeah, you want to elaborate?
Niggas, that's a real
Animatic Pentecostal. Like, bro,
I'm
what?
sorry.
apostolic Pentecostal, right?
That ain't
so
real.
She,
But go on.
so Christianity has split into many different branches, like, but it's mainly separated by like 2 or 3 at this point. People who take the Bible literally, and people who take the Bible figuratively, like take the Bible as like life lessons, or like, yo, this shit happened,
Yeah.
right? Take it as the
Like
word.
it's a history book.
Yeah. Right? That's apostolic Pentecostal side is on that. So she was never allowed to cut her hair. Right? She was never allowed to wear pants.
What'd she
Right?
wear?
Skirts. Or not skirts, like long dress.
Like dress type? Okay.
Yeah. But she
I
never
actually
allowed to
had
wear
a
pants
teacher
or anything like that.
That's crazy.
Right? So she went to church every Sunday, Monday, and Wednesday.
Damn.
And you ever get that, like, when you want to like be interested in what they're interested in, right? But
Oh, you went.
but I feel like with religious people, it's just different.
It's-
Like,
yeah.
it's almost like they're trying to save your soul.
They
Bro,
are.
she wanted me to go all 3 days, every week, and I'm the asshole.
Yeah, nah.
That is something too. You can't force that on nobody.
See, that's the thing that, like, I imagine sucks if you are a religious person is that everyone's like, don't force it on anyone. But
Get the
to
days wrong.
them,
I apologize if I
It's
got the
not,
days
it's
wrong.
like-
yeah, to them, it's like, I'm genuinely, like, helping you. Because to
Right.
them, it's like, you're going
I'm
to go to
trying
hell.
to save you.
That does
Or
remind
it's just something that they're really interested in, and they hope that you love it too. That
That's
type
true.
of thing.
Yeah,
But it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's one of those things that not everybody compatible.
Doesn't click. Question, right? Since before we get off the topic of like religion and shit, when like, because we got on the topic where you were like, you'd never heard, you don't think it's specifically written down that gays don't exist.
Well, it's taken out. It's taken out of context,
Right.
Apparently.
I think that happens a lot. I think like
yeah.
because I remember, because again I was raised Christian and I was always told you can't masturbate. Masturbating is a sin, right? And then one day I looked it up, and it never says masturbating is a sin.
No.
And one day God was like, "Hey, yo, bro, you need to fuck this bitch. She yours. She's your wife now." And then dude was like, "Bro, who the fuck are you? Fuck you, bro." And then God was like, "Bro, if you don't do this, you're going to hell." And this nigga, he went to his home and then pumped one out and then spilt the seed that he was supposed to give to the woman. So God struck his ass down. But and then that's the story. But God never said that like you can't masturbate. But from that, do you get you can't masturbate, or is that a life thing you have to follow now?
See, that feels so. Assuming you are going with the idea that does say you can't masturbate anymore, that's like some fucking Norse or Greek mythology ass thing where it's like the reason we have thunder is because this guy clapped. That's like the reason why you can't masturbate is because this guy got struck down, and it's like that's awfully like,
It's a bit silly.
yeah. I don't know.
I'm worried about this episode, boys.
I don't know.
This has got
It's a pretty wild episode.
yeah. This is already
Worried about this one.
we're about to offend people. Episode 4, like immediately. But let's keep going. So, I had a story I want to talk about.
Hold
with
on, I
religion.
want to go back. This nigga really asked which anime characters can beat God. Just so everybody remember.
I'm gonna get.
I feel like Beerus has a chance,
All
right?
next topic.
Well, hold on. I did have a story about you were talking about how this girl you were into in her church.
Lovely girl. I loved her.
So a long time ago, my mom had a friend, and I was friends with her kids, right? And we didn't know they were Mormons.
They were what?
Mormons. And one day we went and stayed over at this friend's house, like stayed the night, and they were like, "Are you cool with going to church with us the next day?" So we assumed just like Christian Catholic church. That's not what it was. So we get there and immediately we're like all separated. Like the kids, they're like, come with us. And we go into like a little classroom thing. I remember being
that's
bored
fine.
the fuck out of my mind. And my mom was like, yeah, so they took me and Ren, the woman in question, into this room with just like all dudes. And it was extremely uncomfortable because, mind you, Mormonism has like the whole polyamorous like thing going
yes,
on,
they
and
do,
it's
they
like
do, they do,
this
they do.
whole thing. And I was like, that is a little like, I ain't gonna say nothing about anyone's religion, but I'm saying this specific setup at the church, that was
Right.
kind of weird to have that and like that happen where it's just like, all right, give us your kids and then go in the room with a bunch of guys. It's just, like, cause it wasn't like a bunch of seats with like a guy at the podium. It was just like a room, like a meeting room or something. And it was just like, that is kind of freaky.
That low-key sound like a cult.
Yeah,
dog.
like, it sounded scary. I was just chilling in the classroom with someone asking us questions like, what's the Father and the Holy Spirit? And I was just like, okay, cool.
Sounds like a cult. You sound like you tried to get initiated, bro.
Man,
It's about to make you drink the Kool-Aid.
that was terrifying.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry about all Mormons. I love your people.
All right,
Yeah.
let's just move on now.
Yeah.
Speaking of cults,
You're gonna make it worse. You're gonna
I got something.
Okay.
So just today, I got neighbors. Sometimes they play music outside and all that type of shit. I go outside and take my dogs out, and I'm just like kind of standing there. All I hear is just like speaking. Now this speaking doesn't sound like speaking that you normally hear. It sounds like chanting.
Oh no.
Chanting. So I'm
Like-
first off, I froze because at first I got my dogs over here, and then I got my door over here. So I'm trying to decide whether I'm finna be an asshole and save myself, or go hurry up and try to get the dogs as quietly as possible. So I'm just listening, and then obviously I hear that's my neighbor singing along to this music, I think. But it's just like, man, it was like a freaky fucking 10 seconds of my life. But anyway,
That was some Until Dawn shit where it's just like, do you go by yourself or you go get the dog?
yo, your fucking heart be like,
Yeah.
like you gotta put
Time
your
slows down.
Until Dawn was crazy.
Until Dawn was really.
But
fucking
anyway,
fun.
though, my bad.
You're good.
What if you were just walking one day and you just run into a cult?
I feel
Casually.
like Loki, I would join.
See, hold on. Now that you said that. You said that.
Elaborate.
Look, G. You only live once. Now,
right.
see, look, wait. Listen. You only live once. And it's very possible that joining a cult could be pretty cool.
Depends on the cult.
Depends on the cult, yes.
Absolutely.
But I'm saying you kind of just base your life off this one dude, and you just kind of being, you don't gotta work, you don't gotta worry about food and shit, because everybody's kind of
And you
contributing.
just
Come
a
on,
hippie for a little.
It
Come
depends
on.
on how deeply indoctrinated you are. Because, like, with Scientology, that's like a whole bitch and a half to escape.
Bro.
That's like some Truman Show shit to get out of there. But, like, I don't know. If it's like something small, like we worship. It's like, okay. Well, I've never.
No, see, it's pretty crazy because those motherfuckers, they be trying to cut their own hand off to
Yeah, like,
show loyalty, and I'm just like, I ain't that loyal to a made
Yeah,
up
I'll get
ass
like one of those
alien.
retractable knives and be like, yeah,
Yeah, you know what I'm
you
saying?
did
Like,
it.
and then when the alien do get here, he's gonna kill y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, They don't give a fuck.
And correct me if I'm wrong, and I might try to like put it up. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think I one day looked up like the definition of religion or the definition of a cult.
Yeah.
And I think it popped up with like a premature religion.
Yeah.
So I mean, let's not get. I mean, cultish sounds like a bad thing, but at the same time, you own. I mean, bro, can you imagine just for a little bit part of your life that you don't have to worry about nothing?
Are there bitches?
Because they're bitches.
Well,
In
then
fact, there's
maybe.
bitches that your coat is like your coat.
Is there bitches? That's
Your
the
coat
joining
loves
point.
bitches.
That's the joining point of the joining and coat.
Your
Are
coat
there
loves
bitches?
Okay. In fact, to
I
pray
don't
to
know.
your
I don't know about your coat. Are there bitches though? Maybe I'll join.
to pray, you gotta fuck a bitch. That's how you.
Let's
that's how you
start.
pray.
Let's start a cult. We'll have flyers. We got bitches. We got bitches. Come on.
Oh shit! Wasn't there like a peaceful cult in like South Dakota or something, where like it was just a dude and a bunch of people, right? And they like lived off the land, and they just decided, hey, we are just gonna stay here. And then like the police or the army or something came, or SWAT team, and like shot them all down.
I don't remember this.
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
Like that sounds like it could be 8 different, like 8 different things though. To be
God
fair,
damn.
people are always getting shot down.
Unfortunately.
Honestly.
In fairness, so
Unfortunately. Okay, though. But I'm saying, like, would you? Like, I mean, you know, it's a small one.
yeah, it
It's
just
just-
depends on what they believe in, and you know.
Yeah,
They
honestly,
believe
it's pretty
David will pay all your bills, you know?
Who the fuck is David?
Yeah, it's just,
No, this is the cult leader.
it's just a guy who works
He's
accounting.
God.
He's like, yeah, I'm the cult leader, guys. I'll pay your bills. It's just a guy. It's an accountant. And he's just sitting at
David
his
the
desk.
accountant. He's our Lord and Savior.
He's just sitting at his desk, being like, I'll pay your bills.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
What
mean,
the
then
fuck? First off, 'cause since I've gotten back to, I've seen. I should probably stop saying our fucking city. I've seen. Well, nah, niggas don't know. Just, anyway, though, whatever. I've seen 2 things that say "Ew, David," and I've been wondering what the fuck does it mean. And then y'all just said something about David, and now I'm like, my mind is being fucking blown right
that's because I'm not allowed to talk about that.
Wait, you actually know? Because I
now.
don't.
What the fuck?
What the fuck's going on with David?
I ain't allowed to talk about it, Zach.
See, now I'm
Hold
fucking
on.
terrified because
We've
I've
got-
for real been seeing some shit that's got to do with David, and then all of a sudden y'all bring up this name, motherfucking cult leader named David.
We've gotten too deep. Let's move on, huh?
You know,
I'm
you're
gonna
right.
get fucking
You're
kidnapped
right.
tonight. All right, fuck it. Let me at least finish my weed.
You better hear,
Whoever's out there.
you better hear through the window.
Y'all know something?